Hey, what is up everybody? It is the True Epic Gamer here, back with another UFO 50 video. This time we got a guide for the game Bug Hunter, a strategic puzzle game that has a lot of tricks hidden up its sleeve, and without wasting any time, let's jump right into the basics. For starters, the main objective in this game is to kill 30 bugs within 10 days. That's how you complete a job, and you need to complete 3 jobs in a row in order to beat this game. If you reach the 10th day and you didn't kill enough bugs, then you lose. If you get killed by a bug, then you lose. And if you let a bug stick around long enough to lay an egg and it hatches, you get an automatic game over, and you guessed it, you lose. Now, with all the ways that you can lose out of the way, let's talk about some of the tools that you can use to win. If you notice at the bottom of the screen, you can see your moveset, and on the right side of the screen, you can see that you have other modules that you can buy and replace the current attacks and or moves that you already have. In order to buy these modules, you'll need to collect some energy cubes. Those are the yellow blocks laying around the map, and more drop in every single time that you rest and move on to the next day. However, always keep in mind you should always prioritize killing all the bugs over collecting these cubes, and these cubes can be used as a way to blow up the bugs. With that being said, let's talk about the different ways that you can kill the bugs and which bugs you should kill first. There's a lot of different ways to kill these bugs, and a lot of ways the game doesn't even mention. For example, you can actually push the bugs by walking into them, and if there's a hole in their path or an energy cube, then you can actually instantly kill them this way, without even wasting an attack module. Another great way to save your attacks is landing on top of the bugs, and squishing them in the process. You always want to look out for these different ways to kill the bugs because you're only going to have a certain amount of attack modules, and you don't want to get rid of all your moving modules or you won't be able to move around the map. So anytime you can take out a bug by moving, it's a good thing that you should do. Now let's talk about some of the ways that you can kill them with using your attacks. You can blow up energy cubes which kill any bug surrounding it, and you can chain these together, so if you see a couple of energy cubes lined up around a few bugs, just one single shot could end up taking out multiple bugs at once. But keep in mind you can blow yourself up in the process, so make sure you take your time and keep your distance. There's a lot of different attack types in the store, and I haven't even used them all myself, so feel free to explore the different moves and stick with your favorites. Just remember not to get rid of all your moving modules or you'll be stuck across the map from the bugs with no way to shoot them. And obviously I do want to mention this should come as no surprise, but you can just straight up shoot the bugs, but you always want to try and get more than one at a time if you can. Now let's talk about which bugs you should kill first and which ones you should save for the end. For starters, you should always try and kill every single bug on the screen, because each day you let one survive, it will evolve, and that's not even mentioning the fact that you could survive 10 days and not kill enough bugs. But if you can't kill every bug, then you should at least know which bugs to keep alive and what they're going to evolve into if you do keep them alive. There's 3 different colored bugs, and each one has 2 different variants it can turn into. The pink bug has one version that digs its own grave once it's killed, and the second version creates a hard shell that takes more than one hit to kill. Keep in mind that anything that takes more than one hit is a very big problem, but this isn't the hardest variant in the game. Next up, we have the blue bug. The blue bug has a variant that turns nearby energy cubes into anti-energy, which subtracts 1 if you touch it and can't be blown up. And its second version rises up to a high platform and stays up high. This is my favorite version because there's this awesome attack module that you can buy that kills all the bugs that are on the second floor, which can be extremely helpful if you wind up with this variant. And last but not least, we have the orange bug. Now it has one version that shoots out rocks on each side, which can actually kill you if you kill it when you're standing too close. But its second variant, which is by far the hardest in the game in my opinion, has a little bat companion, and you have to kill the bat before you're able to even deal damage to the main bug. This is a variant that you really want to avoid, and the one that I consider to be the hardest. All in all, when you have to leave a bug alive, I recommend trying to leave the blue bug last, making sure that you don't leave the orange one and wind up getting the bat variant. However, it's not the end of the world. Sometimes you can't control which variant you get, and you can't control which bug you leave alive. Another thing to keep in mind is to try and kill all the bugs that have been alive the longest, because they're going to evolve each time. And if a bug survives 3 days, it will lay an egg. And if that egg survives the next round, then the bugs automatically win and you lose. Instant game over. So long story short, if there are any eggs on your level, then you have to prioritize those. And even if it's the only thing you can take out, you got to use everything that you got to get rid of the eggs. Otherwise, you've automatically lost. Moving on, when it comes to which modules you should buy, there are a lot, and you never know which ones are going to appear in your store. But it's very important that early on in your game, you look at which ones there are, even the expensive ones that you can't afford yet. So that way you can save up, because keep in mind, the better modules are going to cost you 3 to 4 energy cubes, which can be pretty hard to collect if you have to keep blowing those up to kill the bugs. All in all, when it comes to the store, I'm honestly no expert. I haven't seen or used every item in the game because there are a lot of them, but I have seen some pretty useless modules and some really, really good modules. So just use your own personal judgment and try and think it through, and just make sure you look at them early on and kind of plan out how you want that run to go. My last tip to help you guys beat this game is, if you're struggling, remember that you can always take your time. There's no time limit in this game. You can just sit there and stare at that grid like it's a chessboard and think about your each and every move, and you're guaranteed to win that way. But if you rush it and run to the nearest bug over and over again, you're pretty likely going to fail. I hope this video helped a few guys out there, and make sure to subscribe for more content like this in the future if it did help you, or if you just enjoy these videos. That's all I got for you guys today, and as always, peace.